I'm Max, and this will be my first proper devlog for this small project that I'm developing. This is going to actually be the first in a few smaller projects I plan to develop before eventually moving on to my larger project. The aim for these is to get a bit of practice in building, documenting, and releasing games, and talking about them online, with the eventual aim to create something that I can put on the market. Project Little Star is the first project I'll be developing and creating devlogs for. I've been developing games for a long time, as it's been a core interest of mine since I was young. Although I've not released any commercial games, I've put a few fronts up over the years. More recently, Steppenmore, and a while back, Updog for Android. Unfortunately, not available anymore. I've also worked in a few game engines, starting off with GameMaker 7, back when I first started, and more recently I've been working in Godot and Unreal Engine, specifically Unreal Engine 5. For these future projects, I'm likely aiming to work with Godot, as I feel it has a promising feature set and a bright future as an open source game engine. This project is entirely worked on in my free time, before and after work, so realistically it comes down to a few days of effort spread across this time. However, having a strict deadline in mind gives this project focus and makes sure I don't overscope it. My aim for the feature base is currently quite small. Character movement is a core game mechanic, since this is the primary way to interact with the game. VFX will be used to enhance the basic graphics, making use of the particle system primarily. A collection system will be needed to make the elements collectible and have their own information. A progression manager will be needed to keep track of what is collected and update the player when milestones are achieved. At the moment, this just being if enough elements are collected to increase the size of the star. And finally, a procedural system for placing and cleaning up elements spawned into the world. During the development of the project so far, I've raised some questions about the design of the game. I've put some answers down, but I still think there needs to be some thinking and research. Mostly about what the goal of the game is winning even possible, and how to conclude a game session. Furthermore, what the purpose of playing the game is. I think what is being collected should be elements. Setting the game early on in the life cycle of the universe works best here, I think. Challenge and strategy is another thing I've yet to come up with a good answer for, as there isn't any antagonistic force preventing the player from collecting. So right now we just kind of float around and get bigger. By next time, I'll have an answer for this. Well, what's next? I expect at least one more devlog for this project. If I make significant progress before the deadline, I'll try and put something else out beforehand. But at the very latest, assume the first week of June is when you'll next hear about this. I'll then hopefully have an idea of what the next small project is going to be. Anyway, thank you for watching until the end. If you're interested in what comes next, you can subscribe to keep up to date. If you have any questions or feedback, please put them below, and I'll try and get back to you. Bye for now, and take care.